Hello, Michelle. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you, Danielle?
Very good. Thank you so much for allowing me to record this portion of the interview. We had a good chat. We talked all about the role that I'm filling. We talked a little bit about your experience, what you've been doing, what we're looking for, and I do feel like you are a really strong candidate for actually a couple roles that I could be filling. So right now, what I'd love to do is talk to you a little bit about the role that you are currently the last role that you've held. So I'm going to go
Okay.
ahead and give you the floor. Why don't you tell me what you've done like on a day-to-day basis?
Well, currently I'm doing on-call for a home health care agency. The majority of what I do, unfortunately, ends up being taking call outs from caregivers and then having to contact clients and seeing if they want replacements, finding replacements, and so on and so forth. I'm also occasionally there to take, incident reports and things that happen. Sometimes people fall or have to go to the emergency room or things like that. So it is crucial that I do lots of very intense documentation on that, and I have to make sure that all the details are correct and things like that for legal reasons. Um, but mostly it's just essentially lots of phone work, emails, and a little bit of
Okay.
paperwork here and there.
I'm just taking some notes here. So we talked about call volume. Obviously, the position I'm hiring has a high call volume, and you told me you
Mhm,
worked in a call center.
mhm.
So tell me about that.
So yeah, I worked in a call center on pretty much every level, which is interesting. I started out as an agent, working for a cell phone company, and an 8-hour day, I pretty much took about 120 calls a day because we had about a 6-minute call time
Oh my goodness. And what
goal.
type of calls were you taking? What was the industry?
It was telecommunications, cell phones.
Oh, okay.
I work for
Yeah,
Sprint.
that's fine.
I did everything. We did billing. I did billing for a while. I moved up to technical support and then eventually advanced technical support. And
Okay.
then I became a supervisor for advanced technical support.
Okay. And then you worked for Stericycle. That was for, oh gosh, you worked there for quite some time. So 2000,
Yes.
about 6 years.
Yes. I started there as a supervisor
Uh-huh.
and eventually moved up to client services, which was a role I absolutely adored. I loved doing client services. Um, but it was an answering service.
Mhm.
So I got really familiar with like every type of industry you can think of.
Mhm.
We had towing services, we had lawyers' offices, we had apartment maintenance, we did insurance claims for a major insurance company. Um, so it was a very interesting job. You never knew what call was coming in next
Okay.
until what you had to say popped on your screen. So
Sure. So though that position, you mentioned that you had a couple supervisory positions. Tell me, Michelle, what's next for you? Are you open to positions where you wouldn't be the supervisor lead? Because I know that you had a little bit of a break in work time,
yes.
and we can talk about that in a minute. But this position, I do want to be clear, is not a supervisory
Yeah,
role.
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And I realized I was out, I've been off the job market for some time.
Hmm.
And so I absolutely expect that anywhere I go, I'm probably going to have to go in at the bottom and work my way up. And I'm
Okay.
absolutely fine with that.
Okay.
Um, as long as
So,
that opportunity is there. I've been where I am for a year and a half.
okay. And you're wanting
And
to leave because of the schedule? Is it?
Not necessarily there is no room for opportunity. There is no opportunity for advancement there, and they keep dangling a carrot. And we're going to add new sites, and when we do, we'll make you an administrator. And then it's just never happened, and it's been a year and a half, so it's probably time to move on.
I understand completely. Okay. So, let's talk briefly about the break in your employment. So, you had a personal situation. You had to care for yourself, then you had to
Mhm,
care for someone else.
mhm.
And now that is what has opened you back up to the workforce.
Yes, I've things have gotten better for me quite a
Okay.
bit actually, and I feel like I'm ready to go back and fully
Okay.
take everything on.
Okay. Perfect. Let me go ahead and stop this part of the interview, but don't go anywhere. I got a few more things to talk about.
Certainly.